This is my bangs. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me put another match. Meanwhile, you guys are gonna look at my dice for the meantime. Okay, cool. Let me know if you can see in the comments and stuff. I will grab some stuff. Okay. I've got lighting number 2. Well, number 1 or number 2. Let me see. I got all my decks right now, so let me see. So very nice. We have we have dice boxes. We got Chocobo. Here. And I wish the camera would be a little bit more. That's creepy. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. I got a lot of these, but like, these are my decks and stuff. This is also another one. This one right here. This one's a Brea. So, there's that. Just want to show you some decks I have at the moment. Okay. Key. Oh, we've got landfall stuff. We got a bunch of these, but like, all right, let's wait over here. Let's wait over here. What was that? Okay. I don't see the comments yet. Okay, hold on. Let me just. The reason why I couldn't see the comments is because it was disabled for like kids if they were to watched my videos. This is a nice dice. But anyway, let's get started. Because I'm gonna show you how to play Magic the Gathering. All right. So let's see. From difficulty to which one do I want to display? Yeah, no. Let's just grab my frogs for now. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's open it. I just opened the frogs. Oh, I'm sitting down. Let's see. Open the frogs. This is the I just like the art of them, but like this is the tokens that I have for frogs, and I got some more frog, and I got the extra pile in here. This is all frog themed. This is just all tokens. Tokens is just basically when I refer to tokens that just means like a creature that's been fabricated in Magic. But yeah, so this is the commander for the we're gonna teach you how to play commander yet. But for now, let's just do basics. So this is gonna be you got all the 5 colors. Okay, that's gonna be her. Oh. Okay. And then, as you can see, let me show you. The art that the mat is based out of is this card. Anywho, I'm gonna teach you some Magic. This is one of my favorite games, so let's just do this. All right. So, how to play Magic? Let's do the basics first. Okay. Let me just double check over here. Let me just grab these frog tokens, put them over here somewhat. Okay. Okay. Let me grab. Okay. So these are called lands, right? Anything with land is going to be your main resource, right? We've got any of the 5 colors in Magic or terrains. So you've got island, forest, we've got swamp, we've got plains, and we've got mountain, right? Those are your 5 basic, you know, lands, right? Hello, chat. I see. I see 2 people in the chat. So, hello, welcome. This is basic land, right? Just regular land, and then you got these type of lands. That's gonna be lands are gonna be your resource for the game. So these are like similar. These are all lands, by the way. Anything that says on it that says either land, basic land, or long as it's land. Land is just a resource to basically just do cool stuff in the game. And there's that. What else? Yeah. So lands come in all shapes and forms. You just gotta find them, but okay. So then you have your other cards, which are your spells. And basically, the premise of the game is you're like a person from a different dimension that basically encounters other people from other dimensions with that. That's why it's called Magic the Gathering. So, let me see. There are different types of spells you can cast. You can cast a sorcery. You can cast a creature. It's a frog. Creatures. We've got, oops, shiny. 2 shiny. Hold on. Let me just grab a less shinier one. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's another frog. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. My bad. Yes. So you got your instances. Let me get them to put them in there. Okay. Let me put this over here. Okay. Put them over here. Okay. So you got your instances. You got your creatures. You got your sorceries. There should be another one. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Artifacts. Or a type of spell that you can be able to cast. Cast as in play. When someone says, "Oh, I cast this," that means I play this. This is the thing. I know it's a little bit. I need a. Okay, better. Okay, that's a better lighting than I thought. Okay, yeah, there we go. Less, more to it. What else? Yes, where is it? Where is it? Where is the other one? Okay. Yeah, there's also a card called the. You don't have to worry about that. You know that there's know that artifacts, sources, creatures, or some types, and then sometimes where I need to look for it. 1 second. I have a whole stack right here, a whole deck that's like already built already for me, but of god cards, not like Yu-Gi-Oh, but like gods. This is a god card. It's a creature and a god at the same time. So there's that. That's one type, another type of creature, another type of card. I believe there is one last one I need to talk about. Where to go? It should be around. There we go. Okay. There's also a thing called a saga, but that's also an enchantment, so you don't have to worry about that. There's different types of enchantments. Yeah. So yes. So you have what is called a the Battle Siege, which is, in and on itself, it has different types of, effects and everything, but it's on the field. And once it reaches the 0, you can just basically just whatever it says on the card, it'll do just that. So those are some of the types of cards. This is just the basics. Let me know if you guys are like overwhelmed by this. But majority of new players are like, "Oh, I'm overwhelmed." I'm like, "It's okay, Okay. Oh, right, I forgot. One last thing I wanted to tell you are there's this special, kind of like another player, right? There are other planeswalkers. That's what the each player is called a planeswalker card. Oops, that's backwards. A planeswalker card is they have these really special abilities. You could like either add to their counter, or take away from the counter as much as often as however counters loyalty counters you can. Depending on like the planeswalker or the card, it's there's these effects. So like this guy just creates bunches of like this Kavu creatures, which turns them into frogs, which this deck does. Anywho, so there's about two very popular formats right now. Standard, which is basically a 60 to 65, card stack of deck of cards, right? And in that, you could be able to have as many basic lands as any four copies of any card of these, if you want, or any card you can be able to find, right? Right. That's a popular one. And also I think newbies, I think. Hello. All right. And then there's the other very popular format right now that's kind of almost everyone that I've known plays. And that one's called Commander. Commander is basically, it's a 100 card deck. This is a 100 card deck, guys. Right? This is how oops. Oopses. All right. Sometimes depending on like the sleeves, they just slip out. But this is the 99, right? 99 cards here. But that 100th card is you're supposed to have your main leader card out of the whole deck, which actually is apart from the whole deck. And this is called your commander. Your commander, your deck is built out of your commander, like the synergy of the commander card. A commander is a legendary creature or a god or a planeswalker if the card says it's a commander card. Since she is is known as, you see right here, it's just the cost, and down here, you know why this is a 5-color deck is because of her other side. Here, I'll show you. This is basically the other side. This here is her actual side, but then this is hers, and I do love the art of that. And the reason why I can use all 5 colors of the rainbow, right? I just love making Wolfberg decks a lot. So, and it's all packed up in the sleeve now. All right. All right. Everyone good? Is everyone good? Thumbs up in the comments if it's okay. I'm just shuffling my deck right now. Shuffling, shuffling. I usually have to shuffle. Yeah, I know Yanni Porter's at 8 p.m., y'all. Okay. Alright, so that's the first half of the deck that I've shuffled. Anyways, today I'm going to teach you how to play the commander version of the Magic the Gathering game. Alright. This is all my 100 deck, right? So, yeah, so I promise you, Magic the Gathering isn't as complex as people might think. Because, let me turn on the light. Oh, it's dark. Not light. Nope. There we go. The lighting. All right. All right. So normally, everyone puts. So basically, what you need is, 100 cards with the commander, right? Commander. Boop. This screen is like small. Hold on. So, anyways, this is the commander, right? The commander is set aside, right? Somewhere nearby your deck, whatever, right? Let me just put these over in this box. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. All right, cool. Now, this is why I brought to fruition of this dice. You are probably gonna need like a couple of dice just to keep track of stuff. Sometimes, not all the time. Not every deck has you need to keep track of things. But for the frogs that I have, I kind of do. All right. So first of all, the very first thing is that you determine who goes first. And let's say you have like 2 to 4 people, right, to play, right? And that's called a commander pod. And so you throw these dice. No, not like, but calmly, like so. And let me show you it. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's gonna fall. Oh, my camera's gonna fall. Hold on. There we go. See, I got whoever has the most like dice number is either going for or decides who goes first or second, right? You got 5, right? Let's see, I'm another player. 2. So that means I get to decide what to do next, right? Let's say I want to go second, right? Before you do that, you draw 7 cards, right? Right, and then what I do is I shuffle that. But actually, before that, you shuffle your deck, but I already did that already, so I'm good. So go ahead and do that. Boop, boop, boop. All right. And before you start the game or you start your turn, you flip over your cards, and you see. Oh, you got cool cards here. You look at your hand, right? Okay. So, hold on. I gotta stand up for this. All right. So, what you need to do is to check to see, first of all, if it's a playable hand, meaning if it has land in your hand, right? As much as you can play, stuff, right? It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 land in my hand, right? And I could potentially play some things in here. Okay. All right. So let's say it's your turn already. Like you decided to go second. You got to go second. So whoever it goes first doesn't draw a card until their next turn. But essentially, you could draw a card. Go ahead and go draw a card. Check to see if it's okay. It looks like I could play this Soul Ring, right? But the thing is, we are going to do. Let's see. let's go ahead and drop this island here. First of all, rule of thumb is always rule is you can play one basic land or any land from your hand once per turn. Unless you cast a spell that says, hey, get additional land, then you can do that. But for now, we have one, right? And it looks like we have, see this number here? This means how much it is to put this on the field or put this on the mat here. So we're going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and tap. That means put this on the side instead of, so like you just flip it over like this, and then you go ahead and you put that on next by right here because it's going to be your mana, right? Mana just means your basic land, your resources. So it says right here you can tap, you can flip this over to get to colorless mana or gray mana in this case. So there's that. Let me see if we'll be able to play anything else from here. Nothing else. All right, cool. That concludes your turn because you basically need more stuff to go. Okay. That is your turn. Let's say it's the person's turn, right? Like it's their turn, and you wait for their turn, and let's say they have they put in a creature or whatever, and then it's your turn, going back to your turn, right? Before you draw a card, you have to replenish your resource. That's the cool thing about this game. Is that you can replenish your resources and your creatures at the beginning of your turn, before you draw. So, is this making sense, everyone? I'm putting a thumbs up if you're understanding. I will wait about like a minute. Okay, awesome. Cool. All right, so it's now your turn now, and you replenish all your resources, right? This is a resource too because it counts as a resource. Anyways, after you do that, you go ahead and you draw a card once more. Ooh, look, it's a land. So we've got how many land we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I want to do this cool thing. So this is a regular land, and this is a special legendary land, right? And then we've got Evolving Wilds, which means it says right here, here's the text. You can sacrifice this. So you put in the land, you put this land, right? But then you sacrifice the land. That means put it into your discard pile, which is somewhere below here. Yeah. So, and then it says right here, after you put in your discard pile, go ahead and put a land from your deck. But your library, your deck is going to be called library. So, from your library into the battlefield. This is the battlefield. The battlefield, aka the mat. Basically facing this way, meaning tapped. So we could do that. We could search any land that we want. Well, it says basic land. So there's that option. And then there's this option. But I think it'd be better if we just put in this land right here. Right? We put in a land here. Let me just get you guys closer. Boop. Here we go. So there's a go. There it is, right? You're gonna tap it, then discard it somewhere, and then you search your library or your deck for a land of your choosing, right? We've got a swamp. We've got this beautiful island. Let me double check though. In your hand, what do we have? Okay, we're probably gonna need a island, forest, swamps. Yeah. So because of these cards, right? That's the most important thing we're gonna have. So it's either a swamp, island, or forest, right? Because we're gonna need that. So we're gonna go ahead and yeah, let's just go with the swamp for now. So you do that. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 resources, right? This one's gonna have put it like this because of evolving wilds. So after that, you shuffle your deck because that's sometimes how the game works. Sometimes, but it's just fun. Trust me. Okay, and then I'll put this on top here. Boop. All right. Right. So you have 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can grab any of it. Don't think we have red for here. So we're gonna go ahead and hold for now. And then you declare, hey, pass, or your turn, and then it'll be their turn. Eventually, it gets to your turn, right? It gets to your turn, right? The goal is to either cast any spells that you can possibly have from your hand, right? That's the goal. So you untap, and then you draw. Oh, look at green. You can drop this green right here. You now have a mountain, swamp, and a forest, plus whatever these two can be. So technically 5. Okay, let's switch it over here. Frog. All right. So we have 3 lands in here, and then we have cards, right? Okay. So we have 5 total, right? Oh, okay. We are going to maybe play this one because let's see. So let me see. I know there's a lot of text in here, but like whatever the card does, it does that exactly that. So let me just summarize what this does. If you don't, let's see. Whenever you cast a enchantment spell, you could basically just create a frog. It's what this whole text just means. It's just that it's a little bit wordy, but it's not complicated at all, not one bit. So let's play this, all right? So let's go back to our little corner right here. It says it costs 1 swamp, and this number right here that means it's additional mana that we could cast, right? So here we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and cast the 1 swamp, right? I am grabbing the swamp here. Oh, my bad. Right? We're going to go ahead and, tap the swamp. And then 2, right? I think it would be smart if I just use my soul ring. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to grab the soul ring, right? Just put those aside. Oh, okay. And then I'm going to put this on the front, like on top of the lines right here. Meaning this whole zone right here is going to be your creatures, your enchantments, any spell on here. Creatures are permanents. They stay on the field unless someone gets rid of them or you get rid of them. And also they have this really cool right here. You see this right here, there's these two numbers right here. This, like, kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, but like, oh, okay. So the first number you see right here on your left is going to be their toughness. No, actually, no, their power. The power just means, basically how much attack they can bring out. If you attack or you block with it, right? And the second number is their toughness, basically their defense, right? And the goal of the game is also just to basically have like a wall of like creatures or like a defense, so your opponent won't take you to 0 life totals, right? Okay, so he comes out, right? Now, I have 2 mana to be spent, right? And guess what I got? Guess what I got next? This, right? It's called Frog's Tongue, right? That's the title of the card. That's the art of it, right? This is a really old card, I think. This is like from old vintage. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cast this frog, and it says right here, when Frog Tongue comes to play and comes into the battlefield, you can draw a card, and then you could enchant the creature, which is this one. Enchant creature, that means it's gonna give them buffs. Enchant creature can block creatures with flying. This guy doesn't have reach. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I will tell you what these terms are. But reach is basically so flying just means it could go. A creature can go over someone's creatures and go directly to you, damaging you. Reach just means they could be able to block flying creatures. Anywho, so this guy comes into play. I enchant this creature. This creature has flying. So to iterate, this is a spell. I'm going to go ahead and put that there to see what this is. And then right here. Okay. That means it has flying. This frog person has flying now, meaning you can go over your opponent's creatures and put them directly, unless they have a flying creature or something that has reach. So after you do that, it tells you to draw a card. The card, right? Oh, look, a frog. And one little set rule is when you take, this is only for creatures, by the way. When a creature comes out into the mat or the battlefield, they have this condition called summoning sickness. Summoning sickness just means that, they can't attack this turn until next turn. Next turn and onwards. If a creature has haste, that means it can attack right away and just ignore the summoning sickness. You follow? You got it. Okay, so let's say that's my turn, right? All right. So, let's say this is your final round, right? Let's say you're almost, you almost I get the other person to like almost 0 points, like starts with 40. They have like 5 like hit points, right? And then you have this, right? You have this creature be like, they keep attacking, right? You keep attacking with it, right? All right. So your turn again. Look, another frog. Man, I love frogs. This is a shiny frog. I love the artwork of these things. So we are going to. What else do I have? I have 1, 2, 3. Okay. And silly me.